Clicking record. All right, so we're looking at Wednesday, April 15th. This is my regular class for those of you who are just now jumping in because you did not watch the live version. It's not quite as much fun, but at least it's something. And so I'll be teaching here for a bit. I do have the PowerPoint I'll be showing you in a second. My guess is if you are not doing the live version and you're watching the YouTube video later, you don't get to see the weird chat that's going on as kids are just sort of spamming each other, because you might not know this, but 7th graders are weird. And of course, they're going to get bored as I'm teaching. So apparently they're go back and forth and yelling out stuff on there, not realizing, one, that I get to keep all the chat. And yes, it can come back to haunt you. And two, I can ban you and kick you out and stuff like that. So make sure you make good choices on that one. But let's see how it goes. All right, so I'm going to take it off of me. And I'm going to, let's see, put on share screen from this one. Oh, I forgot I took it off because of hooligan children. Let's go to there. Click now, share screen over to here. This is the boring part where it takes me a second to get things set up. Eve, come back, screen. Here we go. And we're going to share this screen and share. And come on, boom diggity. There we go. All right, so I tried to create a screen as best I could to see how things work from there as we go through and do things. One Outsider's novel. Oh, I did change the thing up there at the top where it says clear off your table, bed, floor as opposed to your desk. I'm assuming most of you are probably not sitting at a desk. And judging from your videos, you're laying on couches or floors for some of you, and just random odd spots. If you are at a desk, go you. I think most of you, as I do this, you should be able to still see like my picture up there in the top corner. I forced my daughters to do this with me yesterday because I hate my children. So I set up like a little fake teaching thing, and I made them log in, and I yelled at them over the little video screen to sort of test things out. So we'll see how things go. Let's go with Camp Tecumseh. I left this up there as a reminder to me that if we did not have Camp Tecumseh ruined for us, then right now we would be going to Camp Tecumseh. And so we wouldn't be there this week. This right now, today, is when I would be telling you who was in your groups and who your counselor was and stuff like that. And so it was just my bit of sadness. Also, as far as Camp Tecumseh goes, we are not redoing it. You are not going to get a chance to go in the 8th grade. You're not going to get a chance to go later. It is just completely ruined, done, gone. The only time you're going to get a chance to go to camp is if you come back as a high schooler and become a counselor. It is awful. It is sad, but there's just nothing we can do about it. There is no chance of us getting a chance to reschedule. As sad as you are, realize I spent 13 years waiting for my daughter to be old enough to go to camp, and then now it got ruined for her. So I feel just as sad as you guys are. I graded all of the mythology tests that were turned in through last evening. If you did it yesterday, it should already be up on Skyward. I think I have like 8 tests left to grade that were turned in like after I'd closed it. And so I will grade those and put them up this afternoon. But you can go on Skyward and check your grade if you are wanting to, and that is absolutely fine with me. If you have missing work, you can still turn it in. I take all missing work, and you're more than welcome to do it. Also, I have no idea how weird this is going to be, the whole Zoom version of going through and doing stuff from there. Hang on one second. Jackson, did you have a question?
Oh, yeah. If I just like randomly leave, that's because this charger doesn't charge fast, and I'm only at 5%.
Ooh, I wish you the best of luck then. All right, let's see how it goes from there. And
oh, hold on, I can unraise my hand now. There, I unraised my hand.
Good job.
Well, I'm busy right
now. Aha, did that one. Hang on. Aha, sorry. Issues. Let's go to the next screen. Here, go to the next screen. Aha, there it is. Your assignment for today. Here's what I'm gonna have you guys do. Instead of normally we had to like respond to the thing that was funny or made you laugh, which I might come back to, but for today, normally this would be a bell word and you have to go through and answer all 5 of them. But for now, if you want to like button and go over to Socrative, you can go ahead and answer these questions now. You're only doing one of them. You're not doing all 5 of them unless you are just really, really bored. I mean, I guess if you did all 5 of them, I might give you extra credit. But anyway, all you do is pick one of the 5. It is not the same room name. I upgraded Socrative, so now I have a new room question you can go to. It is called Kyvorb question. So Kyvorb takes you to the myth test. You're going to want to go to the one that says Kyvorb question, and that'll take you to here. On this one, I will tell you, it will cost you grade points if you have.
Is it a capital Q?
I don't think it matters if you do capital letters or not. It's all pretty much the exact same thing. And so I will charge you points if you don't give me like capital letters in an actual sentence, because some of you guys look like you write your sentences by just smashing your head against the keyboard, which drives me insane. If you do that, I am going to charge you a point. So at least give me capital letters. You know, I do kind of teach English-ish. Anyway, all right. Here are the 5 things you get to respond to. You only pick one of them and then explain to me how it connects to your life. All of them are going to connect to outsiders in some way. This sort of gives you an idea of what we're going to talk about. 1, popular kids are the most important kids to the school. So not your opinion of, do you think they're the most important, but do you think the school thinks they are the most important kids? So the idea of, if we had like send out people to say who we think important kids in the school are, that popular kids are the most important ones. Do you agree? And explain to me why or why not. Or 2, it's okay for a kid to get beat down if we know that they are mean. Beat down, I mean like with their fist, beat up on the ground, bloody, screaming kind of thing. And you'd be perfectly okay with that if you know that the kid is a mean jerk bully and you're okay watching them get beat up. Agree, disagree, explain why. 3, I would always help my best friend no matter what they asked me to do. And let's go with breaking the law. If they're going to ask you to break the law, would you do it? Something like, hey, they're doing locker searches and I brought a thing to school today that's not supposed to be in my locker. Can I put it into yours because no one ever checks your locker because you're a good kid? Would you help your best friend no matter what in that case? Or number 4, as soon as you fight back, you are no longer bullied. So the idea of figuring out how bullies work, do you agree if you fight back, that takes away from you being bullied in some way? And 5, kids cannot change their social group, dorks, jocks, etc. You are what you are forever. Once you're a jock, you're always a jock. Once you're a dork, you're always going to be a dork. Stuff like that is not going to change. So all you have to do is pick one of those, explain to me your thinking on it and why you feel that way. And then hang on 1 second. Jackson, what's up?
So what's the next level to progress to?
Good question. Lowering hand. You have to find out when we get there. I can't explain that now. That's just sort of how life works. You have to, it's like a video game. You go from each level to the next one. All you know is that now you've moved on to the next level from there. So from here, you guys get to pick what you guys want to respond to. If you want to screenshot it, I'll leave it here for a second so you can screenshot it. If you've already replied, you're good to go. These questions are not on the Socrative. It's going to make you come back here and actually watch the video. So screenshotting it may work for those of you who are wanting, but I am getting ready to move on for those of you who have not screenshotted. So eventually you'll just be out of luck. All right. This reminder charger challenge, you're out of luck. We're not doing the charger challenge for the 3rd 9 weeks, the 4th 9 weeks, because we can't get back together with you people and stuff like that. So as sad as it is, this will be the first year that the charger challenge has ever existed that the heroes have not won a single one the entire year. So sadness on that. I don't blame you guys. I blame the fact that we only got to have 2 of them, but whatever. Next year, if you guys are part of Honor Society, you get to come back and help with the charger challenge, but if not, then this is just another one of those coronavirus things that died for us. More sadness as far as Camp Tecumseh, because I was going to go through there and tell you stuff like that. There was going to be me going through and showing you guys the counselors that you're going to get a chance to have and answering questions. All right. For those of you who don't have outsidery things, you can get it on my website. I uploaded this last night. There is now a new Outsiders page. I got rid of all the I'll be getting rid of Greek mythology here coming up soon, but I got rid of like the fable stuff and the book report stuff. So now there's only a few pages for you to look at. One of them says Outsiders. It's the ebook version, audiobook version. You can take a look at either one of those if you need it. And plus, I'll be reading it out loud to you to try to help you out in that one. Let's go to... No, same thing again, in case those of you who have not had a chance to screenshot it yet. There's your last chance to screenshot it. All right. Now we're going to get a chance to have me read the book to you. And so on here I have, much like before, I have what do you call it? PowerPoint. I'll have pictures that'll pop up to try and help you out. We're only going to get a chance to read a little bit. I'm going to read a couple pages just to sort of show you guys the intro to it. We'll get farther into it tomorrow. This is pretty much all we're doing through the end of the year. The book I wanted to do with you, that was Then, This Is Now, which is the second book to this one, which is the one I like even more. We're not going to get a chance to do it because we only have 5 more weeks of class left. Of those 5 weeks, the last week, actually the last week and a half, will be me telling you guys stories. So it's not actual like testing and stuff like that. It's going to be what are called the Brovi talks and stuff like that. So we only have like 4 weeks to get through this book, which shouldn't be too bad. It's probably one of the books that kids like the best. All right. And anyway, so Outsiders. This guy, his name is Paul Newman, and it's going to be in the very beginning of the book. So now I get a chance to go through. Oh, hang on 1 second. I got to do a thing before I forget. Give me a second. Let's go to here. And I got an idea. Hang on. And 1 second. Wait with me. Hang on. There's got to be a better way of doing this. I'm problem solving an issue real quick. I believe, here we go. And 3. Done. There we go. For those of you who are spamming chat and I see it pop up, I'm just going to remove you and then you don't get a chance to rejoin. And I saw that Micah just kept spamming chat over and over and over and over again. And so in that case, I have just removed him, and now I don't have to worry about seeing it anymore. Do I have anyone else in there that was going through and spamming things I have to worry about? Nope, that looks like the main spam I was seeing. Ooh, except Cameron. I see Cameron. Ahmed. All right, so now you've been warned. If you spam chat, I just get to remove you, and you don't get to rejoin because it banishes you. So don't be that person. All right. But we're learning, special people. Jackson, do you have a question again?
You can't problem solve. That's illegal.
Yeah, well, welcome to how I roll. And Patrick, what's up?
I'm just so lonely.
That's how you get a hang on 1 second. Do I have... Yeah, me too. All right. Now back to me reading to you guys. To here, to that. Hopefully you guys can see me in the little corner there. Starting chapter 1, only going to get through like a page or 2 or something like that. But it's going to start off talking about this guy by the name of Paul Newman, who I don't assume you guys know. But if you guys have seen a Disney movie, there's one by the name of Cars. This guy was the voice of that old, I think Doc was his name in Cars. And so he was the voice of that guy in Cars. He had really blue eyes, and he was like this really attractive guy, like way back before even I was born, which is why if you look on the cartoon right there, the car has blue eyes because that's what he was known for. The reason that Doc was not in the sequel to Cars, by the way, is because Paul Newman died. And it's really hard to be in a sequel when you're no longer alive. But then you're like, but he was in part 3. The reason he was in part 3 is because that it was like redoing his old lines from the first one. So it was not actually him. Also, you may know him if your grandparents like salad dressing. He has his own salad dressing brand called Newman's Own, which has his face on it. And so if you ever, someday when you get a chance to go back to the grocery store, you can go and find these salad dressings. Or you might go find your own if your parents like fancy salad dressings. And he made his own salad dressing line and stuff like that. But anyway, this is Paul Newman, who we're going to talk about in a second. Chanel, you raised your hand. What's up?
Oh, Perla is trying to raise her hand.
Well, she's not doing a very good job at it because she's not hit the button that says raise her hand. She's just raising her hand on the video, which I can't see, so we call that failing. That's very nice of you. So tell her to Google how to raise her hand. All right. And so there. Jackson, you're out of luck. Anyway, Paul Newman. I'm only going to get a couple pages in, and then we'll have to stop here in a moment. Chapter 1. When I stepped out into the bright sunlight from the darkness of the movie house, I had only two things in my mind, Paul Newman and a ride home. I was wishing I looked like Paul Newman. He looks tough, and I don't. But I guess my own looks aren't so bad. I have light brown, almost red hair and greenish gray eyes. I wish they were more gray, because I hate most guys that have green eyes, but I have to be content with what I have. My hair's longer than a lot of boys wear theirs, squared off in back and long at the front and sides, but I'm a greaser, and most of my neighborhood rarely bothers to get a haircut. Besides, I look better with long hair. I had a long walk home and no company, but I usually loaned it anyway, for no reason except that I like to watch movies undisturbed so I can get into them and live them with the actors. When I see a movie with someone, it's kind of uncomfortable, like having someone read your book over your shoulder. I'm different that way. I mean, my second oldest brother, Soda, who's 16 going on 17, never cracks a book at all. And my oldest brother, Daryl, who we call Derry, he works too long and hard to be interested in a story or drawing a picture, so I'm not like them. And nobody in our gang digs movies and books the way I do. For a while there, I thought I was the only person in the world that did. So I loaned it. Soda, oh, quick timeout. He's going to refer to his brother Soda. That is his brother's actual name, Soda Pop. Apparently his brother or his parents were kind of weird. Soda Pop tries to understand at least, which is more than Derry does, but then Soda's different than anybody. He understands everything almost. Like, he's never hollering at me all the time, like Derry is, or treating me as if I was 6 instead of 14. I love Soda more than I've ever loved anyone, even Mom and Dad. He's always happy-go-lucky and grinning, while Derry's hard and firm and rarely grins at all. But then Derry's gone through a lot in his 20 years. He's grown up too fast. Soda Pop will never grow up at all. I don't know which way's the best. I'll find out one of these days. All right. That was as far as we're going to get for day 1. Tomorrow will be focused much more on the actual reading. Today was just sort of getting started into the book and showing you guys sort of what we're going to get into. They're going to be talking about the people in the book here in a second. Pony Boy, who's the main guy who's telling us, that's his actual name. His nickname is Pony. Soda Pop is his brother, and then Derry's the oldest brother. And then they have 4 friends who they hang out with, Johnny, 2-Bit, Steve, and Dally. They refer to themselves as a gang, but it's not the kind of gang that we think of now, like drive-by shootings, like having to jump a fool and stuff like that. Their gang is probably closer to what you guys would call like your squad or something like that, your crew. It's just like 7 friends who like hang out and do stuff together. So even though they keep calling themselves a gang, that was just their term for a group of friends back in the day, not like an actual gang that went by and like hurt people. Although they do hurt people and they do rob stores, but that's just, things that kids do. Like whenever you guys get bored and you go out, you rob stores and stuff like that. That's a thing. All right, let's see. So I did long enough. Let's stop the sharing here. Come back to me and spotlight this video. All right. So now, for those of you who want to go on and learn other things, that was it. My goal is to aim for about 20, 25-minute video each day. Yes, Jackson, I see your hand's been raised the entire time, but you really like to talk. And I like to talk more than you like to talk. All right, are you going to make this one a good one, Jackson, so I don't regret? Because if not, I'm going to, oh, wait, this is where, hang on a second. I've advanced sharing, only host can share. And now hang on one second. That was Mohammed, I believe. So now I have to go to here and here. And let's see. Now I have to be mean to someone. I can't find him. I should be able to find him. Mohammed. Here we go. There we go. Remove. Boom. As soon as you try to take over my screen, I get to remove you. All right. Jackson, don't make me be mean. Wait. Marin, I'm going to call on her first just to torture Jackson. Marin, you've muted yourself. Oh, there you go.
Okay, so are we ever going to be able to go back to the school and like get our stuff out of our locker?
Yeah, solid question. I have a meeting today at 3 o'clock with all the teachers on Zoom, and we're going to get to find out that exact same stuff because we're asking the same questions. Because, like, I had to get the copy of my book from my daughter, which was my issue as I was sitting there going through and reading with you guys. It's my daughter's copy of the book because my copy of the book is at home on my desk, or not at home, at work at my desk, and I thought I was going to get a chance to get back in. From what I understand, they're going to let kids in. It just honestly might not be until like the last week of May for you guys to go in and get stuff. If you need a thing that you left and you send me an email, when I get in, hopefully in the next week, I can get whatever thing you left. So if you send me an email saying, hey, I left such and such in my locker, then I will do my best to go and get such a thing and then try to get them to you guys. I'll do my best to try and help you out along those lines. Perla, you figured out how to raise your hand.
Oh my freaking gosh.
I'm not God, Pearls. I'm just really tall.
I said SH. But are we gonna have a Zoom meeting every single day?
My goal is moving forward. Like tomorrow we'll do another one, and then at some point we'll have like quizzes on some days, or I might do a homework assignment instead. But probably, yeah, something like this each day.
And also, I was raising my hand. I clicked the little.
I see. You're acting it out very well. I don't know what you want me to tell you. It did not pop up. I mean, Chanel's popped up. I mean, you could try yelling at me, but that's really not gonna really make a difference.
Okay. Also, can you pick up my Nikes in my gym locker?
If you send me an email with all that information, because that's how I'm gonna keep track. Because if you just tell me on here, I'm gonna forget because I'm suffering from a case of not caring. But if you send me an email,
wow,
I'm just sassing you. Send me an email, and that way I can keep official track of it. And yeah, I have no problem doing that.
Okay, thanks.
Welcome. Let's go with Ryland. Oh, by the way, those of you who just are bored, you're more than welcome to leave now. This is just me going through and answering questions for people. But if you want to hang out, I'm not going to stop you whatsoever. I got dressed up in a tie. It's the first time that I've not been wearing like sweatpants in like 3 weeks. Oh, I hate coronavirus. Ryland, thank you for applauding, Marin. It meant a lot to me. It touched me deeply. Ryland, what's up?
So whenever you said that you left your Outsiders book at home, does that mean you live at the school?
Yeah, that was in my brain. I probably shouldn't have said that, but to be honest, I have not missed a week of being at school in like 22 years. I've at least been into school once per week, and this is the first time I've not been in 4 weeks, so it's really throwing me off. I spend way too much time at that building. So yes, I appreciate you harassing me, but yeah, you're frighteningly correct. That place is more like a home than it should be. I really like teaching. I have issues. I should be in therapy. And let's go. No offense to Jackson and Patrick, but I've already called on you. And Patrick, you already told me you were lonely, and I understand like that. And then Jackson, nothing against you. You just like the sound of your voice almost as much as I like mine. And that brings me to Jasa. You are now unmuted. What's up?
Hi. I just want to say hi.
Just say, hey. What's in the background behind you? Is that like a giant, like a tapestry? Is that an elf in the middle of it?
Yeah.
Nice.
I have 2 of the same one.
No kidding. No. My daughter has a giant Ouija board, like it's like 15 feet. It's like the entire size of her wall that she ordered because she's weird. You know, kids. All right. And then Gavin.
Yo.
Yeah, what's up?
I finally did a project today where I cleaned out my loft so that way I can finally sleep in it.
Well done. Is that a loft in your room? Or is that a loft in the house? Nice. Well, I'm trying to get my youngest daughter to do that with her room because she worked really hard to clean it and then lived in it for 3 days and looked like a child exploded. So now there's clothes all over the place again. So I'm trying not to harass her too much. But, you know, we have free time. But well done, Gavin. A little proud of you on that one. And who do I have to? And Cameron, what's up?
What about that book where the girl got like her dad was like the mayor or something? You know that
Oh,
book?
The read aloud book. I brought all of those home and I finished reading all of them because I was curious to see what would happen. So coming up one of these days, I will give you guys a quick rundown for each book and I'll tell you what was happening in them because I went through and finished reading each one of them because I felt bad for you guys, so I did that. Before I left, I forgot my Outsiders book, but I did remember to grab all of those. And so yeah, I'll happily go through there. For those of you who are doing the read alouds as we continue forward, I'll tell you guys what happened in those. Solid question. And Lizzie, I see you raising your hand on video, but you're gonna have to raise your hand on the actual button so I can find you on here, because if not, you're hidden to me. I can see it's just a pain in my patootie. Elijah, I see you dancing. What's up?
Hi. Question.
Yes.
Question. I just want to say bye.
Thanks, Elijah. I'll say bye to you also. Thank you for dancing for me. It was highly entertaining.
That wasn't me. That was my brother.
Oh, how embarrassing. He did a good job impersonating you then. Sickles, is that a laundry basket you put in front of your video? Is it all of a sudden showed up? Oh, thank you. All right. And then Lizzie, you figured out how to hit a button. What's up? Hang on. Wait. There you go, Lizzie. Try again.
So like for returning books, do we just like return the books the same day as we go back to our like lockers and stuff?
I'm assuming that's what I'm going to find out today at my meeting. I do not know on that one. That's a good question. Like for me, you don't have anything you have to return. Like that Outsiders book is yours to keep, so you don't have to worry about it. But for other classes, hopefully we'll find out and I'll get a chance to pass that along. Solid question. Elena, what's up?
Hello.
Hey.
I was wondering if I could show you my puppy.
Yeah, hang on a second. Let me find out where you are here. Where's Elena?
I'm right here.
And spotlight video. Oh, what kind of puppy is that?
It's a Weimaraner.
That's what I was
He's a
gonna guess,
Weimaraner.
from the gray. How old?
Yeah. A little over 8 weeks.
Nice. Very adorable.
Almost 9.
So how long have you had him?
We got him. I can't remember.
Potty trained or house trained?
2 weeks ago.
All right. Well, I approve of the adorable puppy. Pearls, you really like this figuring out how to raise your hand thing. Wait, Pearl, sorry, I hit the unmute button. There you go. Pearls, let's try it again.
I'm pro at raising my hand now, but I don't know if someone already asked this question, but how about library books? Because I have a library book.
That is a solid question also. I will ask that today at my meeting and find out. I'm assuming again is when we get a chance to return. But yeah, that is a solid one. So I do not know. Are you still Yes, Pearls.
Also, you were doing kindness rocks on your TikTok page. Can you make an Airhead Extreme bite?
I'll see if I can find a way to work one as a special gift to you. I'll have to go out and buy some because all I have are the ropey ones because those are more my favorite. I have the ones that have like a weird like white symptoms, like it's like a
Ew, the sour stuffs.
Yeah,
Ew,
I got those too. And so those are the two I have. Hang on. I think I have one here. Nope, I ate all of them.
Oh my god.
Apparently they were delicious. So I'll have to get more next time I go out to the store. I can do that, not a problem.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. And let's try it again. Brayden, I got to work this time.
Okay, I got 2 things. Number
Yeah.
1, is that what's that thing above your curtain over on the top right corner?
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, that thing. Oh, I see it now. Okay.
So whenever I do, I also have one. If I turn my screen, I have them hidden around my room. So whenever my daughters come in, I can trick them into looking at it. I get to punch them. We call that good parenting. And so I like to hide them around in different places and then try to get them to see them. And then I get to surprise them and hit them and stuff like it makes them better people. Or that's what I keep telling myself. Let's see. And apparently someone who calls themselves SpongeBob. SpongeBob, I can't call on you if I don't know who you are because I see no face and there's a Barbie doll, which is adorable. And you called yourself that. So I'm assuming you're some kind of weird Zoom terrorist. And Lizzie is making herself a quesadilla? No? Oh, you do. Hang on. Let's see. Where's Lizzie? What adorable food are you making this time? Let's try it again. Lizzie!
I'm making the same thing I was making last time.
Is it that
A
egg
little
thing
egg
that you
on
made?
bread.
Oh, you like making that egg thing. Just thought maybe it was a quesadilla, but apparently I was wrong. Ooh, hang on a second. And hey, all right. I think that's all we have for today. Tomorrow will be the same time at 11. I plan on doing a little bit more of the reading and getting into stuff from there. Make sure you do the response on the Socrative so that you guys can get credit for today. And then I think that's about all we have. Stay sane. Somewhat enjoy your other classes. Wait, Braden, you have one last. Braden?
I had a quesadilla yesterday.
Did you? Did you make it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. It was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Sponge. Hang on. You can almost see your face, SpongeBob. You're almost there, but then you disappeared again.